Samsung is working on Android tablets with larger screens according to a new report by the good folks at Sam Mobile. How big a tablet? Are we talking about an 18.4-inch Android tablet beast? The Sam Mobile report says no. We're talking about two tablets, one with an 11-inch display, the other with a 12.4-inch screen. As an aside, Samsung did make huge Android tablets. There was the Galaxy View with an 18.4-inch display. It was released back in 2015. There was also a Galaxy View 2 released in 2019. It had a pitiful 17.3-inch screen. That's the Samsung I love. Just way out there. Try something, see how it goes. Anyway, back to Samsung's upcoming lineup. The report says these devices would be the follow-up to the Samsung Galaxy Tab S6. These new devices could be called the Tab S7 or maybe even the Tab S20 to align them with the Galaxy S20. The report says that the two different sizes are going to be offered in addition to the Wi-Fi and cellular variants. Additionally, these flagship tablets would be released this year. What about cost? That isn't known yet, but we can look to Samsung's current Android tablet lineup to get some idea. The Galaxy Tab S6 starts at around $650 US. It's got a 10.5-inch AMOLED display, and it's the first Samsung tablet with dual cameras. There are Wi-Fi and cell options. The Wi-Fi version can include up to 256 gigs of internal storage, which bumps the price up to $730. The cell versions include only 128 gigs of storage, but that keeps the price at $730. Like Microsoft and Apple, the keyboard cover and pen are sold separately. The S6 book cover keyboard will run you $180. The S6 pen comes in at $60. Put that all together and you're looking at around $970. Assuming these tablets are meant to succeed the S6, I'd expect the 11-inch Tab S7 to cost around the same as the S6. Started around $650, maybe $700. What about the 12.4-inch model? I'll turn my eye to Apple's iPad Pro. Its bigger model tacks on a $200 premium. That gets you a bigger screen and a bigger battery. I would imagine Samsung could follow this pricing example to get that larger Samsung Tab with a 12.4-inch AMOLED screen with a larger battery behind it. I'd bet we're looking at around an additional $100 to $200. If you'd want a keyboard attachment, I'd bet the version for the 12.4-inch big guy is going to be more expensive than the smaller one. Sounds great. We're looking at some bigger Android tablets by Samsung. They are probably going to be beautifully constructed. They'll have pretty displays, lots of power under the hood. All of that sounds like good stuff. But can we talk about the elephant in the room? Does it make any sense in 2020 to make an Android tablet? Is there a market for this? And what is that market comprised of anymore? Let's look at the competition. Arguably, the biggest Android tablet competitor is the Amazon Fire. Yes, it runs Fire OS, but that is based on Android. You can install plenty of Android apps on it easily. The Fire HD 8 was $50 at the time of this recording. It usually costs around $80. If you spend $150, you can get a Fire HD 10 tablet from Amazon. Then there's also this iPad Pro clone by Huawei. It's the MatePad Pro 5G. Can we show you Huawei's site for the MatePad Pro? And let's compare it to the iPad Pro site. Looks mighty similar. Well, the Huawei MatePad Pro 5G is available in lots of places, just not in the US. It's a premium device north of $600. What other Android tablets are out there? Google stopped making tablets altogether. Their focus is now on laptops, as mentioned by Google hardware head Rick Osterloh in 2019 on Twitter. That tweet said, quote, "Hey, it's true. Google's hardware team will be solely focused on building laptops moving forward. But make no mistake, Android and Chrome OS teams are 100% committed for the long run on working with our partners on tablets for blah, blah, blah." Okay, there was more to that quote, and he didn't say blah, 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 but really, when Google quits tablets, that's a bad sign. The last tablet the company made was the Pixel Slate. That runs Chrome OS. However, it can also run Android apps. So are touchscreen Chrome OS devices in the same market as Android tablets? Maybe. Why not just get a 2-in-1 Chromebook, which includes a keyboard? Is it because running Android apps on Chromebooks is still a bit janky? That's a larger problem. Aren't Android apps on Android tablets a bit janky too? So let's get to it. Android tablets, they're a mess. App support for Android tablets has never been great. Multi-window support came with Android 7. The first Android version for tablets was Android 3. We're now at Android 10. What took so long? Here's why Android tablets make almost no sense. It's the phones. You had Android phones getting bigger and bigger at a rate much faster than Apple's devices. Samsung helped us along with the introduction of the Note. If you wanted a larger screen Android device, you didn't need to get a dedicated tablet. You could just get a bigger Android phone. I'm now holding up the second generation Google Nexus 7. This was a tablet in 2013 with its 7-inch display. And this is a Galaxy Note 8. This is a phone with a 6.3-inch display. You can see them side by side. There's also now the Samsung Galaxy S20 Ultra with its 6.9-inch screen. Then there's the Galaxy Fold with its 7.3-inch inner display. Yeah, it's a tablet. But with Android 10, the tablet experience is more of an extension of the phone. Sure, you can do multi-window, but you could already do that on phones. You can compare this to Apple. It kept iPhones and iPads pretty separate. If you wanted a bigger iOS experience than the iPhone, you had to go to the iPad. That was one of the reasons iPad apps were different than iPhone apps. One of the big issues with a lot of Android apps on tablets was they were essentially stretched phone apps. Now Apple's taking its iPads into a new direction, a new style of PC with its latest iPad OS and iPad Pro. Their tablets are evolving into computers. Android tablets, they're kind of like this dead end. Phones grew to take their place. Maybe as more and more Android phones become flexible, finally, the Android tablet experience will be great. That is, as long as they are supported with updates, and that's really important. Good luck with those fancy Android tablets, Samsung. I mean that sincerely. Check out this flexible tablet/phone thingy by TCL. I got to play with the working prototype, and it's something else. If you're new, don't forget to hit subscribe.